Not doing a very good job.
Thank you, Josh, for telling the truth. Look at you, Josh.
Oh, you're
You
being
up front
awesome.
too. Raise your hand.
For what?
How many recruits do you have?
I got one.
One.
Come on.
Not as many as
Start.
I want. Not as many as I want.
Well, you're going to have more. Main thing about recruiting is, first of all, if you can think about recruiting this way, it's going to really help you recruit. So why do we recruit, first of all? Why do we, anybody know?
Make money off of them, build your team.
Build our team. Okay. So, and that is true. We recruit to build our team. But building our team and recruiting is actually giving ourselves a raise.
Right.
We are making more money. If you are not recruiting in your demos, you're losing money. You're not making the money that you should be making. That's why I started recruiting. I was like, shoot, I can make more money recruiting than I can doing demos, and that is absolutely true. Okay, so a traditional job, like the one I had before I started Rainbow, is they would sit me down for my 6-month review or something like that and be like, Emma, you've been doing a really good job for 6 months and we're going to reward you with a 50-cent raise. That's like insulting. Or they'd be like, you've done really good, busted your butt, and missed your family a lot. So I'm going to give you $1 raise an hour. That is $40 extra a week and an extra $160 a month. Aren't I generous? That's horrible. When you become a team leader and you start recruiting, then you are going to make that extra $150 every sale, not once a month, every month. I have friends who are excited about that. Like, they'll be like, I just got $1 raise. Like, that's horrible, man. That sucks. I don't want $1 raise. You give yourself a raise in Rainbow. If you want a raise, you got to give it to yourself. Todd's not going to give you a raise. He's not going to make you start making more money. The only way that you're going to get a raise in Rainbow is if you give yourself a raise. Because Rainbow is not based on seniority. It doesn't matter how long you've been in Rainbow. It's not based on how many demos you even do. So it's based on your performance and your recruiting and what you're actually doing. So you're only paid if you're doing a good job, which is fantastic news for you because you're in control of your money. The other places, you have to wait around for somebody else to tell you when you can get a raise. But recruiting is giving yourself a raise. And if you think about it that way, then you're going to recruit every time you go into a house. Because if you leave that house without showing somebody the recruiting part of the demonstration, then you have just cut yourself out of a raise. And you're not going to be making that money anymore. So because you start making more money when people are underneath you, and then you can get those bonuses when they sell, and your commissions go up, and all that stuff. So you want to recruit so that you can make more money, right? Exactly. So, and think about this, that if you are just making base $350 a sale, and then you become a team leader, you're going to start making $500 a sale, right? Every single sale, so you have one recruit, you need another recruit to give yourself a raise. You are making an extra 30%. That is a 30% raise that you just given yourself. That's a lot of money. What job do you know is going to give you a 30% raise for going up one level? I have friends that they're like, yay, I went up one level, now I'm not making $10 an hour, I'm making $12 an hour. That's a terrible turnover percentage rate. They've got all this ton more responsibility, and it's actually making your job easier. You actually can make the same money and not work as much. So, or you can work a lot more and make a ton more money. So you're giving yourself a 30% raise when you become a team leader. And if you have people underneath you that you're trying to make team leaders, you need to present it to them that way so they can continue to recruit as well. So you want to think about your 30% raise when you're recruiting. So, and that's how I thought about it. I was, I want to give myself a raise. It doesn't matter, I've been in this business 2.5 months. I've already given myself a raise because I give myself a raise. Todd doesn't give me a raise, I do it. Okay, so this is fantastic for everybody. So when you first start recruiting, first of all, when you go into a demo, you're not just selling a rainbow. You're actually selling 3 things when you go in. You are going to be selling a rainbow. Obviously, everybody knows we're trying to sell the rainbow. But the other 2 are very important as well. you are trying to sell them on giving you leads, right? Okay, that's something else that you're trying to sell. So then you are going to sell them the rainbow opportunity. So you are going to sell them on becoming a recruit. So that's saying ABC, always be closing, right? You want to always be closing on all of those things, and recruiting is included. So I ask a lot of questions, and you ask those questions, people say, ask lots of questions so you know how to sell the rainbow to them, right? So you ask them, okay, so, and you want to keep them involved in the demo too, so ask them, do you know why dust mites are in your house? Do you know why? Because of you, right? What do they eat? They eat you, exactly. See, you can do my job. You gave me the right answer, right? You want to tell me about dust mites? You know what I mean? Like, I'll recruit them the entire way through. If they give me the right answer, you know, or then I always tell them that they can do my job. Or, hey, look, you're a certified vacuumologist, or something silly like that, right? So that they feel comfortable with the facts the whole time. So I'm asking them questions to keep them involved, but I'm ABC, always be closing, and part of my sale is I'm trying to sell them the opportunity, and I'm selling them the opportunity the entire time, not just at the end for 5 minutes. I'm selling them this rainbow opportunity the whole time, which is why I'm also enthusiastic, because they're like, man, this is the funnest job in the world. She's like thrilled about all of this, you know? So I'm always selling them on the rainbow opportunity, the entire demo, not just at the end, okay? So when they answer the questions correctly, you're gonna be really enthusiastic and be like, ah, that's exactly right, you know? So you're like, you can do this. So, you know, always be closing. And then in the beginning, the first time they're gonna hear about this is gonna be in the third reason you're there today, right? You guys, everyone uses a flip book? Well, some people use a flip book. But most people use the flip book, and we tell them the 4 reasons we're there today, right? So that third reason is to invite you. So, and when you get to that one, people get so nervous because they think, oh, they're trying to, you know, one of those things. It's a scheme and a scam and, you know, pull my money and suck my time. Don't make it sound like that. This is your first opportunity to ease all of their fears. So it says, the third reason I'm here today is also to invite you. Now, Rainbow always has opportunities for more salespeople because we are word of mouth. So the farther our reach goes, the more salespeople we have, the farther we can reach. So we're always presenting the opportunity to everyone. So if you or anybody that you know would be interested in this, before I leave, you'll let me know, right? Exactly. So if I present it to them, that it makes sense to them why Rainbow is always offering people the opportunity, then it will, you know, they'll realize that we're not just trying to yank them into some scheme, you know. So it makes sense to them from a business standpoint why Rainbow does this, because we're word of mouth. So the more salespeople we have, the farther our reach can go, right? And they're like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So that's why we're always offering salespeople opportunities in the demonstrations. They don't think, oh, we're always offering the salesperson opportunity because then they're going to ask me for $500 to draw. You know, so I just feel like if I'm very transparent about it to them, then they will feel a lot more comfortable. And I feel that that's true. So then the whole demonstration, I'm recruiting. Then when I get to the end, I'm going to do my recruiting spiel. And here's another thing. Recruits buy rainbows. I use my recruiting to close a sale many times. And this is actually my favorite illustration. I went into this one house, and the wife she was just emotionless, like the whole time. Like she didn't really want to engage me in conversation. She was like paying her bills on her phone while I was doing the demo. But the husband really got into it. Like he was like vacuuming everything himself. I mean, he was just like, oh my gosh, that's in my carpet, like freaking out. He was really into it. So, but she was just sitting on the couch the whole time, just paying her bills. Now we get to the end, and I showed her the price. And she sat on that couch, and she just started to cry. She just started bawling, and she was like, we can't afford this, and our income's not going to change, and you know, we're just right on the line, and there's no extra income coming in, and my kids need it because they have allergies, and and I just don't know what we're gonna do, and we can't get it, there's no way, there's no extra money, and she's like going over her bills while we're in the demo, right? So she's like freaking out and just tears running down her face, okay? And so I told her, look, I totally understand that, you know, but I joined Rainbow because I can actually show you how to get a free rainbow. I was like, just let me show it to you, okay? Because I know you want one. And I sat down and I went through the recruiting with her and her husband. I sat in between them and went through the recruiting. And she's just sitting there crying the whole time. And at the end of the recruiting, her husband he was like, honey, I'm gonna do this for you. He was like, I'm gonna do those 10 weeks and I'm gonna get that free rainbow for you, honey. So, and he joined, they signed and they bought that rainbow that day. And it stayed in their house. And he's one of my really good recruits now. He's recruited a lot of people underneath him now. I think he has like 3 or 4 people that he's brought to meetings and stuff. I don't know. He's always bringing in more people though, and he's recruiting himself now, which is fantastic. So, and if I hadn't done that, if I hadn't given the recruiting spiel, she would still not have a rainbow. She'd still be brokenhearted about it, knowing that her vacuum doesn't work every single day. So, but you can use recruiting to close. And my other recruits, I have 3 other recruits that did not buy rainbows when I showed them the demo. But since then, they've all bought rainbows. So, and I got commission on all those sales. So, recruits buy rainbows. You are not only are you not giving yourself a raise if you don't recruit, but you're also missing out on sales if you don't recruit. Because recruiting is a great way to close sales as well. And that was just in November that I had those 4 sales because I recruited. Those 4 of my sales from November was because I was recruiting people. I would have missed out on 4 sales in that month. That's a lot of money that I would have missed out on. So you guys want to definitely be recruiting people because it's going to do you good. So I'm going to show you what I do at the end. Now, first of all, does everyone have the video on their phone? Do you know what I'm talking about? The video? Okay, so it's like 4 minutes. So I don't have like a big screen. I have like a little phone I can show it to you on. But
Does
nobody can
anybody
see it.
not have the phone video on there?
Yeah, who doesn't have the video?
2 people.
He has to go
Okay.
to a
And
computer.
there were like 2
He's got a-
people in my
he's
other
got a
class
stupid
that didn't have
phone.
either.
So it has to be a smartphone, first of all.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Is
He
it-
said he'll give it to me.
Yeah. I still got a stupid phone.
No, you got a stupid phone. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Is it an Android or an iPhone?
It's an Android S4.
Okay, yeah, we'll just.
But you know how to put it on your phone?
Yeah, I see it
Yeah,
right
he'll
there.
just,
Yeah.
he'll text it to me.
Okay, good enough.
Okay, good. So make sure you have that. So because while I am, like, if I'm doing their paperwork or something like that, they buy the rainbow, I'm just gonna have them, I like warm them up for my spiel with the video. It's really exciting. So it has a message from the president. It also has some really cool testimonials that are in it. So I warm them up by showing them the video. So while I'm doing my paperwork or something. So, and then if they don't buy the rainbow, I'm just gonna show it to them. So because you don't wanna be packing your rainbow, showing them the video, because that tells them, well, I mean, you know, then you just basically lost that sale. Because you could still sell it after you show them the recruiting video.
Yeah.
So but if you pack up, they know you've already accepted that no. So you don't accept that no until after you show them the recruiting, because they could still keep that rainbow that very day. Okay? So don't be packing up and showing them the video. So the video is going to warm them up for what you're actually going to show them the part of it. Okay. So Wendy, you're going to be my person. Okay. Hi. Okay, I'm going to do this twice. First time, I'm going to go through this, and I'm going to kind of talk you through each part that I did. The second time, I'm just going to go through it really fast like we do in a demo, okay? So you guys kind of know what happened. Be responsive, Wendy. Okay, everyone have these? You know what these are?
Yep.
These are in your demo packets. They are your recruiting page. Right? Is this unfamiliar to anyone?
We don't have it.
You don't have these?
We don't use that.
You don't use it? Okay. Well, they're great visuals. I don't know if your office wants to get one. So I'll show it to you.
We've got one. You've sent it to me
Okay.
before. We've got
So you see that? And I'll show you each part that I do. But the great thing about this is that